Exclusive political scoop. Sources say more trouble is brewing for the Congress leadership in Chhattisgarh as the tussle continues between Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and Health Minister T.S. Singh. Deo, remember, is all set to tender his resignation amid speculation of a change in chief ministerial position, a claim refuted by the Congress leadership so far. Anuj, my colleague, is joining us with more details. Anuj, so the crisis continues in Chhattisgarh Congress with, of course, reports coming in, speculation still rife on whether there will be a change in the chief ministerialship. But then you have the Congress leadership who has refuted the possibility of the same so far. But, the crisis and the tussle between the two camps continues.
Oh, well, exactly. That's something what we have been told. Let me remind you that when this government formed in the state of Chhattisgarh, this was the promise which was made to the leadership. That's T.S. Singh, who currently is the health minister of the state, and he was promised that this is going to be 2.5 year and 2.5 year tenure of the chief minister. But now, when the half of the tenure has been already completed, the top brasses is not considering the same, whereas T.S. Singh is continuously in national capital. He is trying to meet at the top brasses in the national capital, but there the message is very much clear that there will be no change, because this was the promise which was made in by none other but Rahul Gandhi himself, that this is going to be 2.5 year tenure, and after that this is going to be T.S. Singh who is going to be the chief minister of Chhattisgarh. But now if this thing will not happen, T.S. Singh is making it very much clear that he is going to leave the party. He is going to tender his resignation, which is going to be very, very big, because we have seen how the crisis in the Congress party is coming in from the different state. Earlier it was Rajasthan. We have seen the same in the state of Madhya Pradesh. We have recently seen the same in the state of Punjab, and now this is going to be Chhattisgarh. In Chhattisgarh, now this is going to be the rebellion again. The faction of T.S. Singh is going to stand with T.S. Singh, and there the faction of Bhupesh Baghel is going to be obviously with Bhupesh Baghel. So the top brasses is at this point in time is not ready to intervene in the same, and top brasses is giving a message to the cadre there and the leadership there in Chhattisgarh that this is going to be Bhupesh Baghel himself who is going to be the chief minister, who is going to remain on the chair. But seeing the same, T.S. Singh could be clearly seen coming out rebellion, and he is ready to put down his paper. That's something what we have been told. Let me tell you, till 8th, what we have been told, till 8th of August, he is very much here in the national capital. He is seeking time to meet Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, but no time as of till now, what we have been told is been given. And this is going to be the full and final call, what we have been told from the T.S. Singh and the faction of T.S. Singh that if this is not going to happen, if he will not be offered the chief ministerialship of the Chhattisgarh state, then he is going to he will put down his paper. That's something what we have been told. So this is to see how the things is going to be controlled by the top brasses, because this is states after states. As I mentioned earlier also, we are seeing this kind of infighting. But the important point here to mention is that this was none other. This was never the demand of T.S. Singh when this government formed in the state of Chhattisgarh. This was the top brasses who reached to this particular conclusion after the meetings in the national capital and there in the state, after discussing this with the leadership there of Chhattisgarh Congress also, that this is going to be this formula, that for half of the tenure this is going to be Bhupesh Baghel, who is the current chief minister, and after 2.5 years this is going to be T.S. Singh. But seeing the condition on the ground level or whatsoever the formula and the strategy of the Congress party is, now this is going to be another trouble for the Congress party, because now what we have been told, that T.S. Singh is ready to be rebellion with his men, with his faction. He is very much all set to go with the resignation. So let's see what exactly is going to happen, but this is going to be more trouble for the Congress party from another states, that Chhattisgarh. Yes.
Well, Anuj, we do know that T.S. Singh was, of course, a claimant to the CM post after 2018 December assembly elections in the state. But was he also promised this 2.5 year formula, which apparently is being denied to him by the party leadership now?
Well, that's the inside story. That's the biggest scoop that this was never the demand from T.S. Singh Dev, but this was the top brasses themselves who promised this to T.S. Singh, who promised this to the leadership there in the Chhattisgarh, that this is going to be this particular formula when we are talking about the government or the chief ministerialship of Chhattisgarh. And when top brasses, including Rahul Gandhi himself, has promised the same, and now not like coming out with his words and not applying the formula which was promised at the time of the formation of the government, this is something which is increasing, or rather coming out with this rebellion group. And that's why T.S. Singh Dev is stating the same. This was not I who asked you, this was not T.S. Singh Dev who anytime asked for the chief ministerialship, but this was the top brasses who had several meetings at that point in time.
Perhaps a promise made earlier on, now not being lived up to, could prompt T.S. Singh Dev to tender his resignation. Chief Minister Baghel is also in the national capital meeting the party leadership. Let's see how this plays out. Anuj, we'll keep coming back to you. Thank you.